Hey friends and welcome newbies, I'm the Tailorette and I'm going to be showing you how to finish off your seams on the inside of your garment without using a serger. Before I had my serger, I used French seams all the time and it was beautiful. It made the inside of a garment look like a piece of art. So I'm not actually working on a real dress right now, but I'm going to do a sample on some of my scrap yellow fabric here. So I have two rectangles and just two straight lines. So you would apply this seam to any maybe side seams, sleeve seams, or skirt seams, anything that's basically straight. Depending on what it is, sometimes curved, it can be a little bit too bulky. So basically just take what you plan on stitching. You're gonna start wrong sides together. You can't see because this is almost like a double-sided fabric. But you're gonna put wrong sides together first. And I know in a lot of sewing instructions they say right sides together, but for a French seam, we're gonna do wrong sides together. We'll stick it under here, and we're going to stitch it at a 1/4 inch seam. So we'll do our back and forth, and just stitch all the way down. Now we're headed to the iron. So now, I like to press my stitches in place, just kind of set them in. And you're just going to open this and press it to one side, like this. And when I press, I like to press with my fingers open. Just press it open with my fingers and then iron it down. And so you'll see on this back side, it's turned to one side. Now that I flipped it, I'm going to go like this. I'm not sure if you can see that, but this is where the seam is. And I'm going to press this down with my fingers, and the seam is right on that fold, right on that fold. You want it exactly on the fold. And press it down, like so. And now we're ready to go back to the machine again. Now that we have it flipped, now it's right sides together. This is the right, these are the right sides of the fabric. So now I'm gonna take that edge, this is our folded edge, and I'm going to stitch it in 3/8 of an inch, and that'll make it a total of 5/8. 1/4 inch plus 3/8 equals 5/8. So now I'm going to stitch at 3/8 all the way down, and we'll head back to the iron. I'll set the stitches again and roll this open, press it out with my fingers, and start. When I press, I start back here and I go up like this. You don't just go down, because if you go down, it'll press it folded out and then there will be a gap in there. You don't want any gaps in there. And there you have your French seam. This would be the inside of the garment, so there would be no fraying. It would be completely clean. It looks amazing. When I learned how to do my seams this way, there was no turning back. If I can't do a serger, I will always do a French seam. This is the regency dress that I did all my seams on the inside. So for my regency dresses, before I had my serger, I did all French seams, so I don't know if you can see that. But here is that French seam on the top layer of the dress, and then this is the lining. I have that French seam in there too, so there's absolutely no fraying inside the dress. You don't have to have a full-on serger to clean off your seams on the inside. And that, my friends, is how you do a French seam. That is how I recommend doing any seams if you do not have a serger. However, the French seam, it does take double the amount of time, but it's definitely worth it for your garments long term because it'll preserve the inside of your seam so that there's no fraying and the seams won't fall apart. Plus, it gives a really good impression if you're making a garment for somebody else. To me, the quality of a garment shows based on what the inside of the garment looks like. I need to stop saying today. There's just too many todays at the beginning of the video. Okay, and today, I said today again. Hey newbies, hey people, okay.